someone wrote in and said they love the slut protocols that you put together.
Yep, readaboutslex.com/slut protocols.
But they wanted to know if you could create a set of protocols for longer-term relationships that are not about the relationship elevator and moving in together. They're wondering about that intermediate territory between living together non-exclusively and monthly hookups. They're wondering if there's such a thing as a stable weekly dating relationship, more similar to long-term friends with benefits, when friends are really deep friends, or is that biologically impossible?
Nothing is biologically impossible except going and fucking yourself.
This is Reid Patko from inaudible.everything.
Cathy from TheIntimacyDojo.com.
Oh, you changed your shirt again.
Boo!
So I think it is entirely possible. We don't have a lot of role models for that. Most people are like, when are you getting married? When are you moving in?
Well, because relationships, if you like somebody, you're supposed to be moving towards this trajectory.
Yeah, to kids and retirement.
You can't just be a satellite in a stable orbit around whatever it is that you need. I thought that was good. Neil Tyson DeGrasse, what do you think? How do you like my analogy, my friend?
So, I think, you don't have a set of protocols yet for something like that.
Well, you think I don't.
Well, you have not shared them publicly with me.
Of course. You're not privy to everything. Basically, so the slut protocols or the casual sex protocols are things to watch out for that tend to have people fall in love, whether they're intending to fall in love or not. It's basically imprinting and bonding.
Yeah, make it conscious a choice rather than...
So when you know how you imprint and how you start to fall in love, you can back it up a little bit so that you can still have fun, still care about people, but not go into the crazy, I'm stoned on you and I need you like you're my drug dealer fix. Mm-hmm. So that's what the casual sex protocols are all about. Don't take your casual sex casually. We can apply these things as well to your friends with benefits or your, I want to have a deep, meaningful relationship, but not make you a life partner, not move in, not be moving towards the trajectory of, whatever you want out of a deep, long-term relationship.
Which is partly dating your species, finding someone who wants that as well and has any other needs met elsewhere. And so dating your species is another thing you can get on my website store, readaboutslex.com/store. And that will help you start figuring out what your preferences and needs are. You can do that protocol for friendships. You can do that exact same protocol for, I want to have a monthly or weekly dating relationship with somebody who is also a good fit for that. When you start trying to make somebody into something that they're not a good fit, you're creating a headache for yourself and frustration usually for them. So this is where it's tricky because you're like, but Reid, I really, really like them, which is your version of, which I think you should rephrase as, but Reid, I have these needs that are really important to me and this person can't meet them. In which case you then go, as a logical adult, I should find somebody who can meet them, which will kick up all your, I'm going to be alone forever, they're the only one, which will hopefully be less troubling because you haven't fallen in love with them because you've been following the casual sex protocols, right? But when you fall in love with them, you're cooked, you're fucked because you're like, because you're stoned on them. So go through the work, and you have to do the work because the odds that this is just going to happen organically, because, your life is about everything being organic. Listen, farming organically, my farmer friends confirm this, is a lot of freaking work. To make things great and organic takes a lot of work. And it's delicious. Delicious and good for you. So put the work in to figure out what you need. I'm babbling, you go. No, but
Speak! Give advice! Wisdom! Now!
As you can tell, I'm passionate about this stuff.
Yes. So I think if you have a really good understanding of what you need, what your needs are, and what you want, and you share that with another person, like very upfront, and you have an exit strategy in place, you've already that's getting the organic dirt in there and getting the natural pesticide, like getting ladybugs instead of spraying everything, and hopefully the ladybugs stay. But
she bought ladybugs for her garden, and they all left. They were like, "Fuck this." Yeah.
So, but.
We'll talk about abandonment issues later.
But you're putting the things in place to make it strong, and then you can have. I do with my exit strategies and my relationships. About every 6 months or so, my business relationships too. I sit down and like, are we going in the right direction? Are we both feeling good about this? Is our exit strategy solid? Do we need just kind of a check-in? And, everything's going great. We can just let the automatic irrigation go and show up for our thing.
And I think part of the question that was so good about this question is, so how do we avoid certain biological triggers?
Where we want to...
Because we want to see each other weekly, and we don't want to fall madly in love, it sounds like, because they don't want all the complication of that. Now, there's the trajectory of we fall in love, we move in, we get married, we have kids, we die together, kind of thing, right? Understand what your ideal trajectory for a long-term relationship would be, not with this person, but long-term in general. Have them tell you what theirs is, so you're aware of the cultural narrative that is the gravity that wants to suck the satellite back to Earth. Brought it back. And just be aware of what that is, and then start mapping out, okay, well, I would like us to be close, like close fuck buddies or whatever, friends with benefits or whatever term. And I ideally would like to get my relationship needs met from you once a week or whatever, stay in touch. Like I want to have a relationship, but I don't want it to be we're moving in, we're going to have babies. And get really intentional about what that is as best you can, and see if the other person can get on board with that.
And things change over time, and we all have moods. I've found that if I feel like I'm crushing on someone that I don't want to fall in love with, or I'm starting to feel those feelings, sometimes just saying it out loud, like, hey, I'm feeling kind of crushy, it takes it out of the secrecy, and it makes it easier to have choice about it.
I would also go through the casual sex protocols and find where your weak areas are, like where you would really trip into deep, like stoned out love, and have the other person figure that out. So we can see each other once a week, but let's not do sleepovers,
or let's not go shopping for furniture together, or whatever
those things are. And it's okay if you trip over some of your imprinting and you start imprinting, then unimprint a little bit. And it's about really being conscious with it and getting really, really clear with each other what the needs are that you're aware of, that you're trying to get met, and when would it not be a good fit. And again, you're gonna make some mistakes, but it's worthwhile doing those exercises.
Yeah, we'd love your feedback.
All right, leave questions and feedback. Thanks for writing in.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to subscribe to my social media, it's right there. And please subscribe to this channel there. If you'd like to see more goofy Reid and Cathy, there's more videos there.
See that? Why are they